What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new podcast. Can you believe it? This is episode 400. To celebrate episode 400, we're back with an icon, the one and only Cherie Deville. But before we get into the actual episode, we got to do a couple things that generate a little money for the show. You know how it is. First and foremost, we're brought to you by the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer. Get the video versions ad-free and uncensored a week early. Get the audio versions ad-free. Get a ton of additional content. Adding more every couple days right now at patreon.com/MattSlayer. You can support this show for less than the cost of a beer. $3 a month is the lowest tier just to support the show. Just to bring you the show week after week after week. Now's a good time as any, Drinking Buddies. So go to patreon.com/MattSlayer. We are also brought to you by the merch store at anwd.net/merch. Pick yourself up a rad hat, an awesome t-shirt. Just cover your shame in my wares. anwd.net/merch and pick yourself up a hat or a shirt today. Tell the world you're a drinking buddy. Last, but certainly not least, the easiest way you can support this show is twofold. One, signal boost. Tell your friends. Share social media. Share the episodes. Just let people know about the show. The other, super easy way to support this show is go to youtube.com/nowwedrink. Subscribe. See the video versions when they come out on Friday. Feeds the algorithm and brings more drinking buddies to the party. All right, let's get on with it. As I said before, this is episode 400. Who would have thought 9 years later, still be at this? And to celebrate episode 400, had to have Cherie Deville back in the house. Hell, she requested to be episode 400. So how can I say no to my friend? This is a super silly one. So sit back, relax, and pop a cold one, Drinking Buddies. And cheers to another 400 episodes.
When aliens come to take over, they look at us like we're out of our minds now. We're gonna galactic makeover. And now we're thinking that they just might be right. I cannot wait for this whole world to end. I'm gonna break out the bottle with my friends. I think they'll tell the best stories when we're gone. And now we drink.
Cherie Deville, what up?
What up?
You're dragging me out of bed.
I know, you're such a night owl.
Dragged me out of bed for this podcast. Like, I have been awake, I guess, a little over an hour now.
Yeah, that's not much.
No, not at all. And as you saw, when you walked through the door, I'm like, I need to eat. I haven't put food in me yet. Like,
What time do you usually go to bed? Like 4?
4-ish, yeah.
So, and I wake up at like 5.
And just passing shifts in the night.
We would like see each other for like 1 hour a day.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what time did I text you the address again?
With this last night, I think.
No,
Wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like, as I was...
Probably when I woke up.
Probably. Yeah, I sent that at a reasonable hour for me, 11:45 a.m. or p.m.
Oh yeah, I was well asleep.
Oh, I knew you were gonna be. I tried to be responsible. I'm like, I have to be up at a reasonable hour tomorrow, and I tried to go to bed at midnight.
Yeah. But like, are you one of those people that keeps your phone near you while you're sleeping so like texts can bother you?
No, I sleep in 100% sleep with do not disturb on.
I have my phone in a different room and turned off. Like I'm just like, even like, because I'm a light sleeper, so even like a little buzz would wake me up. So I'm super guilty. And I don't know about you, because you keep weird hours. And in some ways I keep weird hours. So I'm super guilty of waking up at like 5 a.m. and like starting to go about my business. And like, I'm texting people at like 5, 6 a.m. and they're like, why did you do that? You woke me up. But I don't even think of that. Cause like, why are you sleeping with your phone? Are we old? Do people like always sleep with their phones like on nowadays?
I don't know. I used to. And then I had a friend who had a nasty habit of getting really drunk and drunk dialing in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, all right, I need to put a stop to this. So I just got in the habit of sleeping with my phone on Do Not Disturb. And I've gotten to the point where I changed it so you can't even ring twice to get through my Do Not Disturb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, you're not getting a hold of me.
Right.
I have like, you know how you can kind of whitelist people on the iPhone? It's my parents. If you're not my parents, you're done.
I have no one whitelisted.
Oh, snap.
No one.
What would it take to get someone on? Now I kind of want to be on that list. What would it take to get someone on your phone whitelist? Like carte blanche, you can contact me anytime. Like who would that person be?
Maybe a significant other.
Okay, so you'd have to be like a month in, a year in, married.
Probably married, which could be a week or a year in, depending on how like stupid things are going. You never know. Never know. But yeah, otherwise I'm not whitelisting you. Especially, I love you to death, but I'm definitely not whitelisting you.
No.
Because I will get the 5 a.m. call.
We're the opposite schedule. I'd be like the worst person. Well, and vice versa. You know, even like 11:45, I'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Well, I just am like, I need to do this before I go to sleep because I may be waking up with such like thin margins of you being like, where the fuck am I going?
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, I came from testing, so I wasn't at home, but it was like a 45-minute drive. You know, we're close, but not like super close with LA traffic.
Right. And it's one of those things where like, you got to do hair and makeup. You're going to be up significantly before I am to do this show. Like, even if you were physically here, there is much more prep for you to get into this show than me. I literally rolled out of bed, showered, brushed my teeth, like jumped on a call real quick, and then walked out of my room and like, here we go.
And here we go. And do you keep this set up? Because you podcast all the time.
Yeah.
Is this set up like permanent?
It is these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one advantage of the last 2 roommates have been just like, yeah, I understand. I live in a podcast studio.
Yeah. But there's plenty of other space. It's not like they live like in, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And whatever, the previous roommates before that were all like, you got to break it down between each show.
Can you imagine? Did you do that?
Oh, yeah.
This looks like it would take an hour to set up.
About a half hour.
Ugh, still. That's an hour extra. We were just talking about how neither of us have a ton of spare time. So that's every time you podcast, an extra hour or 2 of work.
This is the 3rd podcast this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many episodes are you on? Because wasn't I 100 or no? I was.
Well, you've been on twice before, so.
I know, but I feel like one of the ones that I was on was some sort of like big, like really big number, but like an even number maybe.
Well, so your last appearance was 302.
Okay.
And then 189.
No, I'm wrong. See how wrong I am? Still.
Still, like.
That's a lot of episodes.
Oh, the episode that dropped this week was 384.
That's awesome.
And then there's a lot in the can right now because I only release one a week.
Are you up to 400? I know not released, but like in the can?
Well over.
Can I be 400?
That's it.
He's like, maybe. We'll see.
I can always rearrange the order and push it.
Using you.
Oh, no, I'm down for it. I'm completely down for it. But the numbers are technically skewed because the original branding had 57 episodes. So we're at 384, not counting the first 57.
Oh
so it's really 400 and, 430 something.
You count them just because they had a different name. Was it a different format too?
No. Same format. Original co-host, different name.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I've been doing this. It'll be 9 years in March.
And it's also just like a testament to like your stick-to-itness, you know, like your ability to be consistent. Because I know it sounds small, but I honestly like credit a lot of my success in the adult entertainment industry to boring things like consistency. So I always really respect anyone who can do that. Because you know how it is. Everyone has excuses and this and that. It's no small feat to literally keep doing something, you know, on a regular basis, whether it's studying to get a degree, doing a podcast. That's what is success to me.
Oh, for sure. And also, it's honestly easier in some respects at this point because in the early days, I had to beg and be like, please come to the show. Please come to the podcast. It's a thing. And now it's just like, okay. People reach out to me. All the publicists reach out to me. It's like, okay, at least the booking really comes off. And I was talking to another guest about this recently. It's just like the podcast is in a position now where it's like, if you aren't excited about being here, I don't want you on the show.
No, you have plenty of other guests. You're at the point where all the publicists probably send you their list of people and you can pick who you think would be the most entertaining.
They are literally pitching me on people. It's not even like, here's my list. It's not even like you pick through. It's like, hey, I think this person would be great. Can you have them on? What dates do you have available? It's not even like, your publicist did recently send out his list recently, and But normally, like when he books people, like the last couple of people he booked, like this person's in town, like these dates, can you get them on?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. And it's just like when I talk to people at events and stuff like that, if they're not enthusiastic, it's like, cool, no worries.
No worries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, because some people like, everyone has their own things they like and they don't like. Like I get anxiety when I go live on platforms, but I don't have any anxiety for podcasts. But then my best friend goes live all the time, no problem, and like does have anxiety for podcasts. So like everyone has their own feelings about like what's like this to me is so easy because even though I recognize that like people are going to see this, right now it just feels like you and I are talking. Whereas when I'm on live, I'm like, no, I can see them right now. They're watching me right now. Oh my God, they're watching me right now. Yeah.
Chat's responding.
Literally.
Well, and that's the deceptive nature of this, especially when people are like, we're doing this in the day. Neither one of us are drinking right now. Like,
yeah.
I was going to drink, but like, I literally just put food in my stomach and I need to get other shit done today. I cannot be trashed. Like, that's the reason I do.
Like me getting trashed at 5 a.m. Like, this is your 5 a.m.
Exactly. This would be some real, like, alcoholic shit. Like, yep, just rolled out of bed, just literally put breakfast in, let's have some whiskey. And I've done it. There's an episode that's going to come out. Also, actually, one of your publicist clients.
Nice.
That I got trashed. Literally slept on the floor after the podcast.
Holy you're like, I don't know when they left, but they left. Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally one of those things where, like, I drank like I normally do and, like, didn't have enough of a breakfast.
Yeah. It can hit you so differently. Or like I keep looking at this. Was it this? Was it the
Oh no. We did do a shot of that.
Enough of this to get drunk?
That's actually pretty
physically drink enough of this to get drunk?
I could. It's pretty low proof though.
No, but like flavor wise.
Oh, it's not good.
I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna sniff it though.
It's not good. It's not
comedically bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is why I get people to do shots of it.
Oh God.
It's comedically bad. The reaction is the bit.
Yeah, the reaction is the bit. Yeah. I saw like something on your social media. Was it Tommy Pistol you made drink this?
Oh yeah.
I love him so much. I can't wait to watch that.
Oh, Tommy's the fucking best. It was, yeah, he was just like, why?
So funny.
Just why? So many people are just like, take the shot. They're just like, why?
Have you seen Tommy's puppet porn?
I feel like I have, but it's been a long time.
It's good. I want to perform in it. And he and I keep talking to each other about like when I'm going to ask him this question directly. Like, is it personal? Do you not want me to be in your puppet porn? Because I would like to be in your puppet porn.
I'm half tempted to text him right now and be like,
you should. Cherie is here and she is not only disappointed, but if we're being honest, slighted. Tommy Pistol. I thought we were friends. I thought we were close enough friends to do puppet porn. Are you texting him?
Oh, yeah, I'm texting him right now.
You should text him because it's personal now, Tommy. He's always showing me his puppet, but I never get to touch it. Ever.
I just texted him, Cherie's here doing the podcast and wants to know why she hasn't been booked on your puppet porn.
Literally. Like for content, for fun, just at my house one day, like with no cameras. Bring the puppets to me, is what I'm saying.
Oh my God. Tommy has somehow unlocked the code to Cherie's heart.
That's it.
So many fans are going to become fucking puppeteers now. They're like, wait a minute, did she say off camera, no rate? Like, if there's puppets involved?
I did say that. I just really like when a man can handle a large piece of cloth. I don't know.
I'm not here to kink shame you. I am not here to kink shame you. That is not my jam. But whatever makes you happy.
It would make me happy.
Let's see if Tommy responds.
I hope so. He knocks on the door halfway through the episode. We leave.
Yeah, fitting ending. Just, yeah.
I'm sorry it was a short episode, but Cherie went off to do some really weird things with Tommy's puppet, and that is not a euphemism.
So in that vein, what other like weird shit do you want to do?
Oh, God, I guess at this point, which is why we even started talking about puppet porn, there's so little weird shit I haven't done. And I love that I can say that. Like when I first got into the industry, there was so many things on my bucket list, like even simple things like a gangbang and stuff like that. But now, like if I think of it, it'll be like maybe a month until I'm doing it. Like if I'm like, you know what would be cool? And I make it happen for myself. Like that's the privilege of being in the position I am as, you know, a performer and a producer for my sites. Like as soon as it comes, like I did that huge, you're a video game nerd, so you know Fallout, right? So when the Fallout TV show came out, I figured this is the moment that I can share my favorite video game with the world, and, you know, orchestrated this huge, actually 2 huge Fallout scenes, you know, that ended with like, you know, some, can we say the R word on this podcast?
We probably shouldn't.
We won't say it, but there was some consensual non-consent in this lovely scene that I did with a bunch of raiders and Kenna James and I as the vault dwellers, and it was lovely. But I guess my point being, the moment it comes into my head, like I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen for me.
Here's one for you. Have you ever thought about shooting a complete scene like fully like on green screen sheets, like everything be a green screen, and just fucking put yourself into weird just places like having sex through space or some shit?
Yeah. So there's actually, I don't know if I should talk about it much yet, but there's a new site that Holly Randall, one of my best friends and amazing people in the industry, is coming out with. And it's going to be that. It's going to be super virtual reality. There is going to be green screen stuff so that I can just come in my best cosplay, and she's going to make it like beyond a reality for us. So yes, I have thought about that. I do have plans for that. It is in the works.
Nice. I was thinking something much more low budget, just fucking make it weird. Just because they sell like chroma key green bed sheets and shit like that.
Yeah.
I literally just wanted to shoot like 2 people having like a normal sex scene on a completely chroma keyed bed, and then just have the bed just be weird, like fucking
space.
You're in space, or like just trippy fucking like.
I would do that. I did a bunch of green screen stuff for my Valley Boys pizza scene. I did an airtight, and a bunch, we had like flying cars and all kinds of stuff. So we did implement some low budget green screen in that, and it was very good.
Nice.
Yeah, but it was only for like spreading pizza all over our bodies. Unfortunately, we did not have the genius you have, and we should have also kept the green screen while fucking.
You can. Well, I'm also curious, like how that would, because in theory it should work with like everything being chroma keyed green, but it'd be interesting to actually like in post like how that would turn out.
I just kind of want to try it now. What do you think what should my costume be, and what should my green screen be? Because the first thing that comes to mind is like something with Star Trek. See, I don't know. I'm spitballing now.
I was not even thinking costumes, like a regular old vanilla ass sex scene.
Like Gonzo. Like we're just doing normal
just a Gonzo scene and just like weird shit happening around.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like, why are they just fucking in space? Why
not?
Yeah. Like, okay. There's just dragons flying by as they're fucking. Oh, okay.
Watch that, like, you know how like dragons, for example, I think that's fantastic. And then like I lose my OnlyFans account because they're like, there were animals in the background. I'm like, it's not a real animal.
Mystical creatures.
That's how Cherie goes to jail for fucking in front of dragons.
Then again, like, I understand it's a slippery slope for OF, because if you're like, it's a mystical creature, next thing you know, you're fucking in a barn and you just glue a horn onto a horse. Onto a horse. It's like, no, that's a unicorn. That's not a horse.
Yeah,
there was not a horse in that barn. It was a unicorn.
See, that's not okay. It gives like a whole new meaning to donkey show. You know what I mean?
If you're putting on the show for the donkey, I don't know.
But this donkey has wings.
Pegasus donkey. Well, it's one of those things like in real life sex, like, if you have a dog, like, do you lock the door and make sure the dog is nowhere near?
It really creeps me out, because I think anyone who has a pet has had the weird experience of like, you know, you're fucking, you're having a great time, you're really enjoying yourself. You look up and they're like peeking over the bed, and you're like, the whole thing is like ruined. You're like, how long have you been watching, mommy? This is not okay. Like, oh, close your eyes. It's bad. Yes, it's very off-putting.
Dog's like, why are you kink shaming me?
Yeah.
I'm into this. I just wanted to make sure mommy's safe.
Probably they're like, that's why. Why are they why? Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. They're doing it like I'm doing it. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. You don't have pets.
no.
Not a single one.
No.
Not even a lizard.
No. What do I look like a lizard guy?
No, but they're just an easy pet. I like lizards.
Well, I like lizards. I like pets. I just don't trust myself to keep them alive.
Even like a snake or something that you only had to like change their terrarium.
Correct.
Feed them mice once in a while.
I barely keep me alive. I barely keep me alive. I don't want anything else to be responsible for me keeping it alive.
A fish?
Oh, especially not fish.
What do you mean especially not fish?
Fish are fucking high maintenance.
Fish are not high maintenance.
Oh, yes, they are.
I won
I've-
goldfish at a fair once. So it was like a fair goldfish. You wouldn't think this thing would survive. It lived 6 years. And on year 3, it jumped out of the tank onto the countertop and completely dried out. I was so devastated that against my parents' better and probably correct advice, I put it back in the tank. That thing rehydrated and came back to life.
I've killed multiple fair goldfishes. Multiple.
Feels challenging. You killed them? Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. Yeah, just not doing the thing properly. Like, I've seen many floating fish in my day.
Oh, no.
Maybe I'm just childhood trauma of being like, no, I can't keep that alive.
I'm going to get you some sea monkeys. We're going to start slow.
I don't want brine shrimp.
But you could keep them alive. Nothing. There's no pet I could get you that you would like.
Oh, no, there's plenty of pets I would like.
No, that you would like appreciate as a gift. You're like, this is what I've been waiting for. This goat that Cherie got me for Christmas.
Maybe a penthouse pet.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to work on that. I feel like that I could actually make happen for you.
Right. That's the only kind of pet I would like,
Calling penthouse pets. Please submit your resume to Cherie Deville. I need somebody as a Christmas present for a very good friend of mine.
Hey, and if it works out, you get an in-house editor. So
Hell yes. This is an amazing deal. Yeah.
you get an in-house editor and a dude who's not going to be jealous if you go back to work.
Exactly. This is a match made in heaven. I'm going to make this happen for you.
I wouldn't go that far. Don't overpromise here. Don't overpromise.
You want to keep them excited.
No, I just want to keep expectations low.
Oh no.
As long as I keep expectations low, it's hard to be disappointed.
Then you can always exceed expectations.
Exactly.
That's right.
Because, it's like you still have to put up with that. I work 80 hours fucking a week.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I just don't want to be around people too.
Are you an introvert, would you say?
I'm an outgoing introvert for sure.
Yeah.
100% like, oh no, I'm doing things. But there's just times where I'm just like, I hate humanity. I want to just play video games by myself. Fuck.
Such a mood.
Yeah. And it's just like, no, I just don't want to be around people right now. Like, if I'm around people I like, that's cool. I'm down with that. But it's just like the bandwidth to be around strangers sometimes is just like, no, I'm cool. I really just don't want to be around. I don't want to exert the energy or the, like, hey, how's it going?
Right. Because like, at least for me, when I'm around my people, I don't have to mask.
Right.
And when I'm around just the general public, especially like at like an industry event, when I'm expected to be Cherie, you do have to put on a mask, and it does take emotional energy and can leave you tired as hell by the end of the night.
100%. And it's part of the reason I stopped Twitch streaming as much as I did, because it's like, I realized it's like, oh, I want to play video games to decompress. And then I'm literally doing what I'm trying to use to decompress, but having to be on.
Yeah.
And wasn't making enough money from it to be worth being on my hobby, like on the thing I was using to decompress.
Everyone asks me, oh, you love video gaming. You're like a real gamer. Why don't you Twitch stream? And that's the exact reason, because I like gaming. I don't want to stop liking gaming. And for me, being like on isn't as fun as just like, just like spaced out, doing my thing, not worried about like, are you being entertaining? Are you not being entertaining? Are you just staring at the screen? Yes, I just want to stare at the screen and play my game with my hair in a fun bun. And that's it.
Right. Put your glasses on.
Yes. 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 Like you see me for D&D.
Exactly.
Just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you wouldn't be performing to an empty chat room, but like, especially starting off when I was starting off on Twitch, just like I'm performing for one or two people, but you got to be as on as if like you had a very live chat. And that's honestly more difficult when you don't have a live chat, a really bumping chat going, because you're just like, I'm just vamping like, oh yeah, combo, yeah. And it's like, okay, no, yeah.
But then if you are exciting, they'll want to come back, and that's how you build an audience and all that stuff. But
the grind of it just wasn't enough money for me to be like, okay, this is worth like working.
Yeah. To like put, 10, 12 hours a day. Like, because I feel like a lot of the Twitch streamers, it's just like being a cam girl. If you're not on at least 8 hours on a regular basis, it's hard to build up a really big following.
Well, and I used to refer to it as nerdy cam girling. I really did.
Yes. Well, you are. I mean, you might not be, touching yourself, but you're still, to me, the exact same amount of emotional expenditure. You're putting all of that effort into providing a really high quality live show. And I might even argue that Twitch streaming is more effort because with cam, the way people run it is like you're in a public room, so you're a little more lackadaisical, and then you're in private. So you're like almost like putting on shows intermittently, where if you're Twitch streaming, the whole thing is the show.
Right. And on top of it, the discoverability on Twitch wasn't great. So it's just like you have to cut clips and put it up on YouTube to try to get people to do Twitch streaming. And it's a whole additional grind. And it's just like when it was the middle of the pandemic and I had nothing better to do all day, like sure, I was doing it. But shortly after, it's like, oh, I can go back out into the real world.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is not the move. And occasionally I still get the bug to go do it. Like, did you ever play Overwatch?
No, but I know it's a huge, huge game. I don't usually like, even though the artwork really appealed to me, it's not really my type of game.
You don't want to compete against other people.
I really don't.
In the vein of Overwatch, earlier this week they dropped a game called Marvel Rivals.
Okay.
It's a free-to-play game, but it's 6v6. It's just like Overwatch. It's like objective-based, shooter. And I downloaded it, and like part of me is like, I kind of want to get on stream and play this. Like,
now, if you were 6 versus 6, like, do you choose your own team, or are you the kind that's like whoever
no.
enters the room?
I mean, I've been playing, dropping by myself, and it's really frustrating because, sorry for people who are not into video games, but there's 3 classes. There's like a tank, a damage, and a healer class.
Sure.
And if you have a misbalanced team, you'll just get wiped.
What do you like to play?
I'm down for pretty much anything.
Oh, so you don't like have a character that you're currently building up and you're like, I'm kind of the tank, I'm level whatever. Well, you could start fresh every game, bounce around.
Yeah, well, it's an overall like level for your account, you're not leveling individual characters. And it's because I'm trying to actually win, I'm having to pick, different classes depending on how bad my team composition is.
Can you change midway? Like you pop on and you're like, everyone's a healer, we're going to die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually change in between lives. Like back in the spawn point, you can just change characters.
What is I think I already know the answer to this, but what is the type that like nobody really wants to be, but you really need?
Oh, everything but damage dealers. Everyone
wants to be a damage dealer.
Yeah.
I'm always, you probably, although I haven't been this in all of the campaigns, I often am drawn to being the healer.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
The 2 D&D campaigns we've been in together, you've been the healer.
Yeah, or at least had like a paladin.
Right.
Where
I can't heal.
Yeah. But I am very drawn to being a healer. So I feel like I would do well in stuff like that, but I'm just, again, like, one of the reasons I don't like it is because everyone is so mean on those games. Like you pop onto even like a basic, like a Call of Duty or whatever, and people are just talking shit. There's no like camaraderie or good job or anything like that. It's just like, I don't know, it feels like a really toxic environment.
Well, the nice thing is you can't hear the comms from the other team.
Okay.
And I did do a couple matches with like a whole team of 6 of us.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
Nice. Everyone had like strategizing, camaraderie.
People calling out like, hey, there's a flyer above us. Get him, get him, get him. Get the flyer, get the flyer.
That is what I would be more into.
Like-
that is not what I received in some of those early,
Yeah,
you know.
I think we should get you, it's a free game, so you should download it. And we should get a bunch of us.
on console or just computer? 'Cause I
Both.
know- Okay, good.
It's cross-platform.
No, I'm a weirdo. I'm a console gamer. I know that's odd, but that's my thing.
Hey, I'm playing on a controller on my PC, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's cross-platform. We should get you on there, get a whole like actual 6-man squad on there.
Yeah, I'll be the healer.
Yeah, and like there's multiple healers, and like it's a lot of fun. Even being a healer is fun
Yeah.
because the healers still have some offensive ability.
Yeah, so if you have a turn where no one needs to be healed, you're not like skip.
Yeah, well, I mean the game's frantic. It is.
Oh, okay. Is it turn based at all?
No.
or it's
This
live
is all.
action?
This is all like
Oh,
an actual 6v6 shooter.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
As I said, it's very much like Overwatch, but with Marvel characters.
What's your favorite category of game?
If you look at my Steam, my 2 most played games by hours is Stellaris.
Oh, no, Solaris.
Oh, it's a 4X space strategy game.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Oh, it is wildly complex.
Yeah.
They have a console version, but I don't know how well it would work on console.
Oh, maybe that's why I haven't
Yeah,
either heard of it or.
I mean, it exists on console. I just do not know how well it would, because there's so much going on, especially when the time you get to late game, you're just like, hold on, I need to take a minute, because it's. Have you ever played it?
Strategy.
Have you ever played any games by Paradox?
I don't know.
Stellaris, Crusader Kings 2 and 3. So it's a weird mix between real time and turn based strategy.
Okay.
So the way it works is like there's just constantly a clock that is ticking forward,
Oh, that stresses me out a little bit.
but you can pause and make decisions.
Okay.
That's why it's a mix, because
Yeah.
it's not full real time, but you can pause, make all the decisions, and when you unpause, then they take effect.
I like that. I totally like that.
And you can choose how fast the clock goes.
So it's like a strategy RPG kind of.
Oh, I mean, there's definitely role play elements
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
like because this game has full diplomacy and shit like that too.
Oh,
With
I like that.
like the thing that description from Reddit is what initially turned me onto it. The game's been out since like 2016. They're constantly updating it. Like the game does not play like it did when it came out.
So people are playing this for years. Like it's not like you finish your main campaign and now, okay, you're done with the game.
The way it works is like you pick a starting year and then you pick an ending year,
Mm-hmm.
and like so each run is a self-contained
A real, like an actual year or an in-game year?
in-game year. So like you can have a game span a couple hundred years or like 1,000 years in game.
What if you're like 2 years?
I don't think you can make it that short.
Yeah.
You
So
wouldn't
what
have.
would be like the shortest playtime you could try for?
I think a couple hundred years.
And how long would that take in real life?
Depends on how much you're pausing. Because if you're playing at normal speed,
Yeah.
you're doing like a day a second around.
Okay. Still,
I mean,
even a short game would take a while.
oh yeah, no. I have multiple games that I'm 20 plus hours in, and the most frustrating / fun part about the game is you can be 20 hours into a game and still lose, hard.
That hurts.
Yeah.
So there's no like, oh, I died. Let me pick up at the last save.
I mean, So if you want to earn achievements, you have to play in Iron Man mode where it just auto saves every so often.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're just stuck with like how it is.
And plus, if you've been making mistakes that have led you to the failure, even if you went back one increment, it might be you're still fucked.
Right. And also just sometimes RNG just rolls you. Like
What do you mean?
RNG.
Oh, it just fucks you. Yeah.
RNGesus.
Yeah.
It's just like I started a game a little while back, and it's just like my first one of my neighboring empires was a marauding empire. Like
Mhm.
they have this thing where an empire they start off as a bunch of like tribes and stuff, and then they form together to form a khanate, and then they just start killing their neighbors.
And that's that. And you were a neighbor.
Right. And normally on a normal playthrough, you can submit to them and become their vassal.
Okay. Yeah.
But the race I had made was already a vassal to another larger empire.
Oh, so you're just fucked.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'd like to submit, but I can't. So they just killed me. The game was over.
After all those hours, but that's just one of those. Yeah, you
it's
can't
just
control it. Oh, boo.
But it's so much fun. And like, what initially made me pick it up was someone on Reddit being like, "So my race has made it to the singularity that we've all become machines, so we don't need food anymore.
Okay.
We went to war. We conquered an enemy alien planet. We turned their population into food. When the war was over, we made a trade deal with their original species and traded them food for money. So we effectively traded their processed population back to them.
That's disgusting and amazing.
Yeah.
That's
it's like,
amazing.
I'm just like, okay, this game has a level of depth to it that's just like.
They like Soylent Greened their people and sold
like,
it back to them. That's insane, and I love it.
Yeah. So there's just so much depth to it. Like, I wish you could still rent games on console. Like, I'd be like, rent it. That was
fun. Honestly, I really liked renting games. I don't know why this made me think of that. Did you ever, because this is one of the few games I rented and hated and then wished I had the chance to go back and play now, Echo the Dolphin?
Oh, that game is so hard.
Yeah. So like a lot of people, as I found out later online, but there was no like online when I was playing it, that it's kind of like I got stuck like a lot of people did basically in the first part of the game, like almost like the first screen of the game. And there's like one little thing you touch that you can't even see and it like lets you pass. Like it's not that I was dying. I was just swimming around doing nothing.
There were so many games like that. Like it was just like, oh, especially if you didn't get an instruction manual from the Blockbuster, you're just like,
no, yeah, you're lucky to get shit.
You're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here.
Yeah, I spent, however long I had of the rental doing absolutely nothing, feeling frustrated. And then years later, probably seeing some Echo the Dolphin thing on Reddit and going, oh my God, I could have made it past this. And now like, I want that chance. I want redemption from Echo the Dolphin.
Well, another classic Nintendo game that was like that for me was A Boy and His Blob.
Ooh, I've heard of that, but I had not played that.
The whole plot, it's a really actually, if you know what you're doing, a very short game. It literally lasts as long as it does because there's really no explanation on screen. Like it's
like an hour, like 10 hours.
I could Google how fast people.
Or like, is it one of those games like from back in the day that like there's no pausing? You either make it to the end or you don't. Like Mario, you're not like saving midway. You're just.
So someone speedrun it in 1 minute and 54 seconds.
Okay, so it is like if you have like hacks and warps and yeah. But you could even do it, say, just a non-speed run in 20 minutes.
According to this, it's about 9.5 hours in length total.
Okay.
If you're a gamer that starts to see all aspects of the game, you can spend 18 hours to maybe see 100% completion, which I feel like, no, someone did a 100% speed run in 10 minutes and 48 seconds.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So...
Did you ever finish things?
Fuck no. I never got anywhere because there's like no on-screen explanation about anything.
Oh, so like you're just in the first thing getting killed over and over, not knowing how to solve the problem?
Basically, the way the mechanics of the game is you're controlling the boy, the blob follows you around. You feed it jelly beans, and the jelly beans cause it to make transformations, and then you use that to cross gaps, climb. Like
like a puzzle-solving game.
Yeah, it's like
cute.
It's like a cute puzzle-solving game, but like you die.
Like if you fall in the hole, you die. Yeah. Things get you, you die.
Right.
Yeah. And so you just never made it anywhere.
Yeah, because it's just like you had to figure out as a kid, trial and error, which jelly beans did what. Like the manual said.
Yeah.
The manual said what the jelly beans did, but like without a manual, it's just like, okay, what fucking jelly beans do what?
Yeah, and then you're just dying and dying and dying and dying.
And then it's like there's no map for where you're getting around. Like it's one world. It's just like you're moving around screen to screen on one continuous world.
Did you have any of those like magazine subscriptions?
Oh, I had Nintendo Power, of course. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought that was like you got so excited when one of the games you were actually playing came out in the magazine. Or even like I used to buy like for some of like the big RPGs, I'd buy like the book that the store came with, and like flip through it as I was playing, especially if I got stuck or to like make sure I didn't miss any like big key items. Kind of cheating, but was worth it.
Oh, I definitely had those books for like the old Sierra games. Did you ever play any of those?
No.
Like King's Quest, Space Quest.
Mm-mm.
So those were like old school point and click PC games where like if you fucked up somewhere, you just died. Like they're just brutally hard. And sometimes they're really obtuse. Famously, I think King's Quest 4, there's one thing that like if you don't do a certain thing earlier in the game, it will screw your playthrough like 10 hours later into the game.
No.
Like just dead.
That's not even fun, though.
Like full on dead end you. Like 10 hours.
You can't go. Oh.
I mean, you can load a save, but you have to know that you missed that thing.
You'd have to know that you missed it and like when you missed it and why it was relevant. Yeah. Ugh. I got them for a lot of like the old school like RPGs, like the Final Fantasies and like the bigger games that you could kind of get lost in. And that had so many like Easter eggs and little hidden things that, well, if you go back and then through a bush that you shouldn't be able to go through, it opens up a, yeah.
Well, I'm curious is like when those books were not published by the developer, like how did people get those fucking information?
I don't know. I figured it was like nerds who just like thoroughly played through, or maybe conspiracy, like a designer, that kind of worked on the game and then was writing in some pseudonym to make extra money. Like maybe their gaming, now I'm making up a whole person. Maybe their gaming salary sucked and they made all their real money selling the secrets. Tell me, Nintendo, is it true?
And then that whole industry is just gone now. Like no one buys a physical
the magazine industry is gone, period.
But it's not even, the magazine industry is gone, but like also just, there's still books out there, but no one's buying a book full of game tips anymore.
Yeah, I feel like because I go to I still buy all my video games. Like unless they're on my wish list, I like to go to a physical store and support like actual like gaming stores, video game stores. So what I see in there more isn't so much like I'm going to like walk you through it. It's like, here is like the new Zelda, and then there's the collector's edition that sort of does have, a bit of a walkthrough, but it also has like a big poster and a bunch of stickers and like it's a hardcover. And so they still kind of have that, but it's not like it was. Yeah.
No. In the late 90s, early 2000s, 100%, I would be in a Barnes & Noble, like reading through strategy guides.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the other thing. Like you didn't kind of have to buy it if it wasn't locked in plastic. You could just be like, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, the amount of times in those days where I'd use a Barnes & Noble or a Borders as like basically just a fucking library. Yeah. Yeah. Well, because I think in a lot of like, I grew up in a city, so we had tons of amazing libraries. But I think for a lot of people, the prevalence of like Barnes & Nobles was greater than the prevalence of libraries in a lot of places. So why wouldn't you? Well, it's not going to give you reference materials, but if you're a gamer or you want magazines, yeah.
Well, there's plenty of good libraries, but they didn't have the material.
No, they're not going to have, the gaming stuff.
Or the trade paperbacks of like collected edition of Marvel Comics and stuff like that. Like that's honestly what I would.
I wonder if there are like really cool libraries that like you can straight up like look through the card catalog and find, every Marvel comic ever, scrolling through. I don't know. Maybe I bet there are. Now I'm going to look that up, actually. I'm really curious.
I'm sure modern libraries do have collected editions, like
some comics.
Yeah, like the trade paperbacks. Like, in those days, no. There was no way that like my local library had like the Onslaught omnibus of like the collection of, all the crossover for that Marvel's, cross series. Like just like it just wasn't there. So it's just like,
and I don't feel like people respected it as an art and a form of literature like they do now as well. So maybe some libraries would just be almost like too snooty, Do
you think they actually respect it now? Do you actually think like, yes, as like a money-making thing, people respect, superheroes and comics as industry, but do you think people really respect it as art these days?
I mean, maybe it's just me being in this culture, but I feel like it's really different from when I was a kid. Because when I was younger, it was almost seen as something that it was for children. Like even if an adult got it, that would be kind of weird because it's for, the thought was this is almost like a toy.
Right.
But I feel like now all of us that grew up with it are adults spending real money on it, really. And then even making it into movies. Like I feel like our whole generation has sort of been like, no, this is the type of literature that a lot of us are consuming. We can call it a graphic novel. We can do this or that. But like, I think it has pushed it at least into the realm of like good fiction.
For sure. I have found as I've gotten older that I've steered more away from like the Marvel and DC mainline stuff. Because the problem is no matter what, you can't tell a good story for 60 years.
Tell that to the Young and the Restless. No, just kidding.
I said
don't
good
watch soaps. I know.
I said good story. I didn't say story. You could definitely tell a story for 60 years. A good story.
Yeah, no, you're right. And then they all do, though. They have moments where you're like, oh, remember where they have like sort of encapsulated good moments and bad moments.
Well, for sure. And a lot of it's retconned to, fit the current plot line in. And I still read a lot of comics, but it's gotten to the moment where it's just like, I'm reading self-contained stories. Like, hey, are you reading anything these days?
No. And I even went, I bought a few things at Comic-Con here in LA, and I haven't even looked at it yet. I have like my whole like reading schedule in general has been shit this past year. I used to be like a voracious reader, not just comics, but like I'd be listening to something on Audible and reading something every night. And like, it's one of my favorite forms of entertaining myself to like chill in the evenings. And I don't know what happened to it. I feel like I've been barely reading anything.
Work.
Probably an exhaustion. And then, habit. You get busy, so you get out of the habit, and then you have to get back in the habit, you know?
It's like almost every other routine. It's just like once you get so busy, you just fall out of other routines. Like, oh, that one's not as much of a priority. So like, I'll get back to it. And then you never do.
Yeah. The last thing I read was that some of our D&D friends recommended the it's really good, like fantasy smutty novels. It's like The Court of Thorn and Roses is the first one. It's like fairy porn. It's good. If you want like an easy like beach read and you really like supernatural creatures and sex, this is for you.
Why does it keep coming back to unicorn porn?
Look, I like unicorn porn, and you're the first one I'm telling about it. No, there are no unicorns in the book, but I wish there were.
Is it technically still brony porn if you put a fucking antler on or a unicorn horn on on your brony partner?
You know what? I love pony play. I feel like I'm already one step away now from unicorn play. I have a lot of good pony play outfits.
I feel like for unicorn play, you need white leather.
Ooh, I have red and black, and I have a really beautiful blue feather plume, but no horn. And you're right. I think now pink leather would be the way to go in my mind. Pink or rainbow with a big glossy white horn. Mm-hmm.
Make it happen. I'm
sure
there's a market for it.
Bucket list until a new thing is created, and I think I may have created a new bucket list item today. So watch out, OnlyFans.
Oh shit! Not my cup of tea, but more power to you.
Who wants to be my pretty pony? Is what I'm asking the viewers today.
Oh, put them in a unicorn horn with wings. They'll be a Pegasus unicorn.
Sure, we can mix it up. I'm not saying you have to be only a unicorn. You could be any kind of mythical creature with hooved, potentially a centaur, a Pegasus,
a minotaur,
a minotaur. Yeah, like let's expand it a little. We can make a gangbang of sorts.
The mythical gangbang.
Mythical gangbang. What would I be? Just me.
I have to get into some Greek mythology on that. Like,
we're gonna work this out. We have a little more thinking to do.
Dionysus is the goddess of wine and love, or is just wine?
Sounds like wine.
Wine and ecstasy.
Wine and ecstasy. Okay.
And fertility. So yeah.
Okay, no, this is working. This is getting better. So it's a breeding scene. I like it.
Yep.
I like where we're going. Yeah.
How could you not have pony play involved and not have it be involved breeding?
I don't know. I don't know. I hadn't brainstormed it before, but you're right.
You have to stud the pony.
You do have to stud the pony. Obviously. Obviously. It's happening. If you think it's not happening, it's happening. I'm already shopping for this on Etsy in my mind.
Well, and also, like, how much Greek mythology is about the gods turning themselves into animals to, like...
I know. And in the book I'm reading, some of them can turn themselves into animals.
I mean, that was half of Zeus's jam. It's just coming down to earth and being like, yeah, let's see what I'm going to get freaky as.
Yeah. He was never Zeus. He was always like, it was a bit of a bait and switch with all the ladies there.
Yeah. Zeus, the first fuckboy.
Zeus was the first fuckboy.
Sorry to my Greek audience out there.
Yeah, they're like, you're canceled. You've used Zeus's name in vain, and that was the line. Yeah. After all these years, this was the end.
And the amount of horrible things I've said to people.
I don't doubt it. After all the alcohol
Oh.
and smutty conversations, Zeus is where people were like, that went too far. But
Right? You called Zeus a fuckboy?
yeah. Yep, I heard it. I did. You can't edit it out. I'll tell people anyway.
Why would I edit it out? Why would I edit that out? I generally don't edit out the horrible things I say. The only thing that's ever gets cut is when people are like, I shouldn't have said that, man. Can you please?
Can you please edit that out? That should be like you. I know you can't, but like when you like retire from everything, that those are like a compilation of just those clips.
Oh, no.
All the shit that people shouldn't have said, but they definitely said.
Oh, no. I'll just release all the unaired episodes because there are a handful.
Whole episodes?
Oh, yeah.
Like they didn't have one good thing to say. I mean, not good. It was all good, I'm sure, but you know what I mean.
Well, there's some people who just like, instead of wanting to talk to me about editing it, they just, look, just don't air it.
Do they pay you in that circumstance?
No.
They just wasted your time.
Mm-hmm. It happens.
Yeah, I guess so. That feels shady.
It is what it is.
Also, like, I'm not saying I've never said anything dumb. I say dumb things all the time. But like, I know I'm sitting here in front of a camera also.
But you're sober right now. Like,
yeah, but I've been drunk on other episodes.
well, I know. I'm aware. But it's also, as you said at the beginning of the show, like, oh, this feels like it's just you and I bullshitting.
It sure does.
And then people get a little too comfortable.
Yeah.
Which is honestly what I'm aiming for.
Or even like talk to their PR agent and they're like, oh, I think it was fine that I said la la la. And they're like, ooh, just like the site that I was talking about with Holly Randall, like, since I'm not positive, you know what I mean? But if I had like said the name and then talked to Holly and then, ooh, we don't want it out, that's not our PR plan, then I would have had to come back and be like, buddy, I fucked up.
Well, like one episode that comes to mind is like, it was a performer talking heavily about like full service work and like,
right, which I don't do full service work, but I'm for it and I think it should be legal, but I understand the
right. And like, she didn't think it was a problem. Her management team was like, ooh, no.
Right, because it's unfortunately illegal here.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, and we recorded it like an episode and it was fine. But like, I was just like, I can just cut. No, we'll just do it over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did it over. Or I had another one where it was just a stupid misunderstanding where the guest got a little too comfortable, told a story that they really shouldn't have told.
Fair enough.
And after the fact was like, I really shouldn't have told them. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll cut it. Can you, if it's possible, can you come back and re-record the episode like this week? Because I have no content in the can right now. Like,
this is it.
I don't know what got lost in, they're like, you can't give me an ultimatum. No. I'm like,
it's not an ultimatum. It was a request.
Yeah, it was like,
and I was letting you know my time pressure. You know, like if you're wondering why I'm asking this week, it's because this is the episode.
Right. This is going to be the episode that comes out next week. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. And
like if you can, that's really good for me. But if not, I don't know. We'll just cut that half hour out or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. She didn't want the whole episode. I'm like, I'm of the opinion that like, if you're not going to promote it and you're not happy with it, I'm happy to not put it out.
Yeah. Because this is like a symbiotic relationship.
Right.
It'd be kind of shitty for me to be like, well, I'm going to steal all of your promotion and give you a none in return.
Right.
Because I'm only giving my time. You are giving your time now and later and all your marketing now and in the past. And do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like the list of what you're doing is long. The list of what I'm doing is singular.
Right.
Yeah.
And you see my clips. I do try to like mostly put guest forward clips out.
Yeah.
That's why some people
ours did really well. I think one of our last ones was, I want to say, well over 1 million.
Oh, no. One was 4.4 million.
See, there you go. I knew it was really good.
There's another one that
was really good.
There were two from that one. One of them did over 1 million. One of them did 4.4 million.
Yeah. And that's like a testament because we're going to talk for a long time, but that's a testament to your editing too. It's not just, oh, haha, guest said something interesting. Like you edit it with timing, you edit it with interest, you've picked the good spot. That takes a long time.
Well, and some of it's just dumb luck.
Sure. But like there's plenty of this conversation that like would be underwhelming.
Yes.
In a reel, you have to sift through.
Exactly. And I was laughing with some other friends about it. Like, holy shit, clip does 4.4 million. I am nowhere to be seen in it.
Stop.
Like, there's not a second of Matt Slayer in that 4.4 million viewer clip. It's like
It's boobs.
yeah. No, I understand when it brings people to the party. Like, I understand.
They all listen to it on mute anyway. No one knows what I said.
Well, that's why there's captions.
Oh, see? You're like, I'm going to make sure you know what Cherie said. And it's just the titties.
No, it was, you're not talking about not having late night sex, I believe was the four.
Probably. That was it. I remember that was one of the really good ones.
Every time you do the show, we always discuss just passing ships in the night.
Because to me, it's so fascinating because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm a night owl. And they mean like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Like you're one of the few, like you are a night owl.
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating because you're like my opposite. You know what I mean? Because I'm weirdly early and you're very late. Like we're on the two opposite ends, I feel like, of the clock spectrum.
There was points in my life where I was so early it was effectively being a night owl. Like the gig I was at for a number of years, I started at 3:45 in the morning.
But that's forced.
Yeah.
Like this is my schedule. Like I run my own business. This is my schedule by choice. Yeah. So I think it's different if like you go to work and you have to do something.
For sure. But it was still like, and even in those days, it was like, I'd get off work mid-afternoon, go home, sleep, and then wake up, go to the bar late night, leave the bar sometimes with a little too much time to spare, and then go to work at 3:45 in the morning.
Yeah. So you still chose. See, if I had that job, I would choose to stay up after work, and you chose the opposite.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I slept on the job a lot.
If you can, you can.
Well, I'm the back of an armored car, so like in between stops as well.
Oh, that's a really safe place to sleep. No one's going to mess with you in the back of a. That's a cool job. Was it scary? You have a gun?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Did you not know this?
No.
Yeah, I worked for an armored car company for over a decade.
That's really cool.
Sort of.
Was it scary?
When I first got on the job, yeah. Because like they do everything at the time in training to try to scare people into quitting.
What do you mean?
Oh, they're like, oh, you may get, there's a likelihood that you will get robbed, you'll get shot, you'll get killed.
Jesus.
They tell you horror stories about people getting shot and killed on the job.
Why would they tell you all that? Do they don't want people to work there?
They don't want people that can't hack it to work there.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like, they would rather you quit before someone else's life is potentially on the line.
Yeah, no, that's true. Did you have anything? What's the scariest thing you had happen?
I almost shot a guy in like 05, 06 coming out of a grocery store.
Why?
This fucking dude ran at me, gray hoodie, hood pulled up, hand in his front pocket while I was coming out with the money.
So he robbed.
No, he ran at me. He didn't rob, but
no, but like, so you were like parked in front of the grocery store to get the money.
I was coming out with the money.
So you were on foot, and he ran after you.
Ran at me, like.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I've told the story actually fairly recently on here.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, you don't know.
Yeah.
But I was coming out of the grocery store, and I saw the car, saw the two guys looking at me, talking. I'm like, this ain't right. Pulled my weapon, kind of hit it behind the money bag. As I stepped out into the street, the guy in the passenger seat just bolted at me. Gray hoodie, hood pulled up, hand in his front pocket. Like, if his hand had come out of his pocket, I would have shot him.
Good on you for having the fortitude to not shoot him right away.
Oh, no.
Even have a criterion of when it, because to me, he's running at you like, it's too late already. Like, good on your nerves to be like, nah, I'm going to wait until.
Oh, no, this is super fucked up. I didn't shoot him because he was Hispanic. I'm like, if I shoot an unarmed Hispanic man, I'm going to prison.
Yeah. If he's unarmed and just like out for a jog. I know that wasn't the case, but yeah.
Like, I'm not a cop. Like, I don't have qualified immunity. I'm just going to fucking prison.
Yeah. For murder.
Right.
So, God, that's stressful.
If
he just didn't have a gun then, what happened?
No, he saw the business on the mine and kept running. He ran right past me. And literally, he closed distance faster than I could say, stop or I'll shoot.
Yeah, he was running at you.
The only words I got out of my mouth in the whole engagement was, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's all I got. And
you were assigned a gun, so you were allowed to kill people.
In defense of my own life.
In defense of your own life. How about in defense of the money? Because that guy might have just wanted the money. How do you decide?
You decide in the moment.
Ooh.
What we were always told in training was, the money's insured, you're not. If they have you dead to rights, and you don't think they're going to do any additional harm to you, just give them the fucking money.
Yes.
Now, if you think they're going to do additional harm to you, well, defend yourself.
Yeah. But how do you know? You can't know until harm is occurring.
Right. Well, that's why
I'm sure most people just want the money.
Well, I'm sure too, because the ones where they want the money and don't want any resistance, they just shoot you from behind.
Yeah, like you won't even know.
Like,
yeah,
the couple of people that had been killed on the job were like shot from behind from a do not pay phone as they went into a place.
Right. They didn't even know it was coming.
Right. It wasn't like, give me the fucking money. It was a bam, and then
run, and then take, and then leave.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
And that's why it's fucked up. I never used to wear body armor on the job.
Why?
Because, well, it's really uncomfortable. Kevlar is super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Especially like getting in and out of a truck 50, 60 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because that's how many stops I was doing, 50, 60 stops a day. Trucks often didn't have great AC too. So it's just like, Kevlar's heavy. It's wrapped in plastic. So it's just a weight on your chest that you can't.
Well, I knew it was heavy. I didn't know it was wrapped in plastic.
Yeah, the plates are.
So you're like wearing saran wrap on your body. It must be very sweaty.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Ugh.
It's horrible.
Why the plastic?
I don't know. It's
just how it is.
Well, I guess Kevlar doesn't work as well as if it gets wet.
Really?
Yeah, I believe
it. No, I believe it. I just had no idea. Does it like change into a different substance when it's wet?
I guess it doesn't work as efficiently because
interesting.
The way Kevlar works is like, because bullets are rifled and are spinning.
Mm-hmm.
When it hits the Kevlar, where it spins, it causes the Kevlar to tighten and kind of catch it like
constrict it like
a catch. Right. So if it's wet, maybe it doesn't constrict as well.
Yeah, maybe, or slippery or blah 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 surface. Well, yeah.
But either way, yeah, the plates are inside plastic.
So you did I'm sure you weren't alone. So is it common for people just be like, I cannot wear this body armor?
Well, a lot of guys like, I had one too. Like, you'd wear an exterior carrier that is just two pieces of Velcro to take on and off over your head.
Okay.
So a lot of guys, like, if you had any downtime in between your stops, would just take their
armor.
Take it off. Yeah, take it off and
put it on.
I just stopped wearing it because I'm like, well, if they see I'm wearing body armor, that just encourages them to shoot me in the head.
Well, that's also true. They're like, I can't aim for the body. So then you're going to get your knee or your head.
Right. Or my groin. My groin.
Yeah.
Not my groin.
Yeah. God, that would be terrible.
And it's one of those things where, like, the difference between us and law enforcement is generally people are getting in shootouts with law enforcement to get away from cops.
Right. They're being chased.
Or
they've done something already.
Right. And they're trying to make distance. They're not trying to close distance. So, yes, having body armor is great in that situation as someone who's trying to flee from you and shooting at you.
Yeah. But that's because they're shooting wildly. This would be someone purposefully coming after you.
And ambushing you for the money.
Yeah.
And even with law enforcement, it's been proved plenty of times, like, if law enforcement gets ambushed, they don't do so great either.
Yeah.
Like, there's those horror stories, like, a couple of years ago, like, a couple cops got ambushed, like, while at a donut shop, like, eating lunch or something. Like, it's just like, yeah, at point blank range, when you don't see it coming.
Right. You're not ready for it.
Right.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm like, I just don't want to encourage someone to get shot and shoot me in the fucking head.
That's very, very true.
Like, I want to be comfortable. I just don't want to.
Is that why was the guy running at you why you quit?
No. I was there. That happened in 2005. I officially quit in 2014.
Oh, not even that long? I mean, it's a while, but not like that long ago. Yeah.
No. Like, when I moved out to Vegas for adult work, I transferred my job out to Vegas. Like, I was still.
You were doing both.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's like me in physical therapy. I did both for a long time until I was like, nah, I think it's time to.
Well, for me, it was just like one of those things where, like, I was really burnt out because the last like 3 or 4 years I was traveling full time for them. So I was
like out of state.
Oh yeah,
weird.
I kind of was in. I went from training people to like being mid-level management in that time. So like they used to have me travel to places to train people on ATMs and shit like that. Yeah. And then I got sent to Miami shortly after moving to Vegas to train people on ATMs down there, and then
like how to take the money out, how to
service them. Yeah, like we'd taken on Bank of America down there, and they had like no ATM customers at that point. So I got sent down there to.
That's weird. What do you mean?
That branch didn't have a contract for ATM customers. So,
well, there you go.
So they did a lot of training, and then once I was down there, like upper management was like, "Oh, this guy has a working brain in his head." And And then they just started sending me to places to help turn around underperforming branches. So it's like, would do that during the weekend. Company policy is you could fly home on weekends.
That's nice.
So I would just fly to my roadie gigs on Friday night.
Yeah. Go to some strip club,
Right.
go back. Yeah.
Hop a plane from my roadie gig to like, or because I was in South Florida for 6 months down there, like, drove up to like Exotica, or was already in town for like Exotica Miami.
For the big conventions, you're like, I know somebody's going to need help.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and it was nice when I was in South Florida already for a little while there, because it's just like, oh, well, Miami's just there. Exotica Jersey and 11, like I was actually working in Baltimore at the time. So just like
reasonably convenient.
Yeah, I just drove up for the gig.
Yeah. It's wild. Like I did a little bit of feature dancing and I went to one Exotica, and even though I liked the gigs, having that much cash that you just now have to like travel with is terrifying.
Well, that's why you hire a roadie.
Yeah. But I just, especially with the Exotica, I don't think I realized how much cash I would make. And while that's great, I'm like, so do I put it in my backpack? I think I ended up one time I put a bunch of cash in my backpack and went on a plane with it, which is probably ridiculous. And then, because everyone kept telling me, don't put it in the bank, which of course is my first impulse.
They're telling you not to put it in the bank so you don't pay taxes on it. That's just tax evasion.
Yeah, I would rather just put it in the bank.
Right. You're going to pay taxes on it anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, you should have just put it in the bank.
I was like, this feels very dangerous. This feels like a very bad idea.
Right. And the only reason you wouldn't put it in a bank is like that your bank wasn't available. Like, because
it could be very easy to put it in a bank, or at least get like one of those cards that's the same as money. Like go to a bank and get here's however many thousands of dollars and just get some sort of one-off debit card, something. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, because I remember in those days, like at the time before Chase was horrible to bank with for the industry, I was banking with Chase, and like Chase had no presence in like the Mid-Atlantic, so I was like working in Baltimore and go up to Jersey. It's just like I'd get paid out for my gigs and just be like, well, I just have this money lying around because I have no place to deposit. Like the only place I could deposit cash, I had to drive from Baltimore to Wilmington, Delaware, because Chase has a regional office for like credit card processing or some shit. So they have one ATM for their employees on an exterior wall. It's like nothing like having to drive hours to get rid of this fucking cash.
But yeah, traveling with it's terrifying.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just dumb. But you won't do any Exoticas now?
So I'm contracted with Brazzers. So if they had us, and that's what I did sign for them. If they had us sign there, then I would sign for them. Feature dancing, it just, because you're there for 2 or 3 days. And it's a day pretty much of travel on either side. So when I started, as my career grew and I started doing the calculations, it felt big because you are making so much money in those couple days. But if you're like, I had to plan and pack and travel and dance and dance and dance and then travel and unpack, the total hours could have been spent doing more lucrative things. So it was just a cost analysis at that point.
Oh, for sure. It's like, this is fast upfront money, but like, there's no residuals on this. It's not like this becomes passive income because, the scene you shot today can be passive income for fucking years.
Exactly. So it ended up, even though I was only doing it once a month, it was taking, 4 or 5 days out of every month. And it was making the rest of my job just too stressful. So I stopped, and even though it's fun and I liked dancing, I don't regret quitting because it was really the best business choice. But then I still have fans like, when are you coming here? When are you going there? And I'm like, I'm not.
Super not.
Just see me when you could.
Right.
So if you ever see someone featuring and you're like, oh, I'll see them next time, you never know. You should go see them this time.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you should either way because none of this shit's promised,
Yes. Yeah. Even if they've been doing it for years, like you never know if they'll be going the next cycle.
Or hit by a car.
Well, also true. Morbid. Thanks. No.
We've met. These things happen. Unfortunately, it happens. None of it's fucking promised. It's like, no. Go to the show.
Go to the show. Do the thing.
Yeah.
Meet your friend. Yes.
Do the thing you want to do.
Yes.
Because none of it's fucking promised.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've been trying, because I think both you and I work a lot. And so really like reevaluating what can be done that's not work. Like, oh, I don't really have time to. I've been making time, forcing myself for the past few years, even if it seems like a lot, to really make time to like, you know, be with my friends and nurture my relationships and spend time with family. Because I think especially toward any job in entertainment is probably the same way, but especially toward the beginning, I'm like, you never know when it's going to end. Better do all the work now. You never know. But like, 14 years in, you also have to have like strong relationships and a network and time with your friends. You can't just work.
Well, for sure. Especially because entertainment's a business of relationships. If you don't feed those relationships, like it sounds transactional, but it's not. Like if you don't have strong relationships with your friends, you're not going to be as successful in entertainment too.
Well, I think in any business, like it's great to be good at your business, but in sex work and probably all entertainment, if you don't have a good group of people to bounce ideas off of and to support you and to just, be your people, I think it's lonely. I think it would be too hard.
Well, it's definitely lonely. It's just rough because especially in the type of entertainment we're in, the turnover's so fucking big. Like if you don't have like a good group around you, you may just find yourself like, oh, I don't fucking know anyone anymore at all. It's
easy. Ever since I got contracted, I'm not on set as much. And for my own projects, I just hire my friends. So they're the people I already knew. So I go to the parties and I'm like, I don't know anyone, and it's not because I'm like, I just haven't met you. Like you could have been in for 4 years, but I meet so few new people now that I feel a little out of the loop.
Yeah, it's not like you're, I'm Cherie Deville. Like, no, not at all.
I'm just like, haven't been on set enough to meet people, and I don't go on my own. Like, I post on social media, but I don't consume it. So, like, I'm just out of the loop.
Yeah. I know. Like, you and I were just bullshitting at the Xmas party for like the little bit of time you were there because it's just like,
I don't know anyone.
It was just like, oh, Matt's here. Oh, cool.
Oh, God, thank God. Yeah.
I think I was introducing you to people.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, my God. You do because you have the podcast.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of people where unless like I got hired with someone new, which happens, for Brazzers, I don't meet anyone. Because like even if you're on my site, you see that it's a lot of people, but it's the same OG people that I've known and I'm comfortable with and I've worked with 100 times. And yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was hilarious. And like, have you met Cherie? Have you met Cherie?
Yeah. Someone say hi to me, please.
It's a weird feeling on my end. It's like, you're Cherie Deville. I just know a lot of people because of this podcast.
But I feel like I'm like looking in from like a bubble. Like, hi guys, hi, I'm still here. I didn't retire. Oh hi. Yeah, like,
I swear I didn't retire. I swear. Hell, they read your nomination like 5 minutes after you walked out the door.
Yeah. Well, also again, early bird.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so tired. I can't do it anymore.
I'm like, I'm just starting to get going.
Just warming up. But like, even on those days, because I'm like, oh, I have the whole day before the party. So I had like a whole day before the party. I was already tired. Yeah.
Yeah, I just was like, had to run a couple errands, ate.
Yeah.
Like made myself pretty and then went to the party. I'm like, this is my day today.
And I had to be up early the next day for a shoot. So yeah.
No, I slept the fuck in the next day.
Nice. When I can and I have an industry event, I like to schedule the next day or at least morning off, but it doesn't always work.
Well, also, AVN and Expo does dirty, like night-to-night parties. It's like...
It used to be, and I mean, you've been even longer than I have. Didn't it used to be like 2 weeks apart?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What happened to that?
I guess one of the other company figured, well, everyone's already flying in for this party, so we might as well...
But the parties aren't both in LA. One's in Vegas and one's in LA.
For the actual conventions.
Like irrelevant. Oh yeah, for the non-parties, fine. I can understand that. But for the conventions, even just in terms of like getting a head cold, it's really, really hard to be around 3,000 strangers a day and not end up with a head cold. And now that the conventions and award shows are back to back, I feel like everyone is just like even more ill than they used to be.
I feel like because traditionally AVN was the same week as CES, which was the first week of January.
Yes.
And I feel like Expos at one point was in February.
Yes, they were at least 2 or 3 weeks apart for a while.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why Expos moved up. It might be because they rolled out with Miami and then they're just like they want to have more of space between.
I don't know. I'm curious though, because it makes it hard not just to not get sick, but every month I have a certain amount of things that need to get done. Our content schedule, we're all websites. It's like a little hamster wheel. Like I need to do X number of shoots with partners. I need to do X number of solos. I need X number of social media days and computer days and meetings days. And now 2.5 weeks of it is taken up by convention. And it makes the beginning of that month tough for anyone who's really putting their heart into it and not just saying, oh, well, I won't get it all done. Like, I'm going to get it all done, but it's going to be grueling.
Yeah, I do not look forward to seeing you like at the end of those 2 weeks.
And even then, I can only afford to take 3 days off afterwards. And one of them's the driving day. So, but that's where it's at. I'm really glad and blessed to have my own production company, but like, I don't disappoint my fans. Like, it's not that I don't want to disappoint my fans. I just don't. I've just decided that this is the content they're getting and I will fucking figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, like the podcast, like you just make a choice and you do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I've literally sacrificed personal relationships to get, shit out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy, but like it is that level of commitment though. And then your fans and your listeners know that they're going to get what they came for.
Oh, yeah. Do you ever go just, in a moment of like, was the juice worth the squeeze? Is it really worth it to, be this entrepreneur? I'm
either doing it and I'm all in or I'm not doing it. So no, only because like I've decided, like even in my Snapchat years, I mean, that went on for many years. I did a live show every day, period. I mean, of course I was sick during that time. I went through loss. I became ill. I had 2 major surgeries. Like they would have never known,
Almost go on.
Yeah. And again, like there were times where I'm like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, but that would be it. It's probably toxic, but I'm either like fully doing what I think is the best or like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not good at middle ground. I'm like, this is what I think is the best. And that is what I'm going to do until I like, and I mean this literally, can't. Not don't want to, like physically am not capable of doing it. Don't wake up in a bad mood or not feel like it. Like, if I can physically stand, it's going to be created.
Hell, you don't even really need to physically stand. I mean, you can lay there.
See, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
just have your assistant carry you on the set.
Mo, help me.
Mo, okay, just put me there. Okay, cut. Mo, can you put me into doggy?
Put me somewhere else. Help. Yeah.
Hilarious. Just you becomes the pillow queen. It's not even pillow prince.
Queen.
Not even pillow prince.
To be a princess.
Not even pillow princess. You're such a pillow queen. Like your staff has to put you in each position.
That's a good scene. There's 2 scenes I've now thought of in this. One scene is going to be some weird pony play with mystical creatures. The second scene is going to be the initiation of the new website Pillow Queen, where Cherie Deville does nothing but lay there.
Like your assistant picks you up and like places one of those wedges and then puts you over it for doggy.
Watch this be my $1 million idea. You're going to get kicked. You're going to get a kickback.
Okay, cool.
I have a feeling this is going to be big.
It also, goes into some free use kind of.
Yeah. Well, and like my scenes, I'm always doing like the most. Like I'm always like, just like contextually as the MILF, like running the scene verbally, telling people what to do. So like, it would be so the opposite of everything else I've ever done. It'd kind of be awesome.
Well, but you'd still be telling everyone what to do is like, put me in doggy.
I'm going to wear a crown then. Okay. So it's almost
Pillow
like,
queen.
Like I'm like a dominant force doing nothing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, no. It's completely.
Service me.
Yeah.
It's service me vibes.
Yeah. It's free use /service. Like, no. Put me in doggy now.
Yeah.
So like someone just comes out and like puts the wedge down.
Yeah, just some,
gently.
like, GIMP character moseys on to screen and moves me around and leaves.
You need someone like to just be carrying you the whole time while they're changing positions and changing the center around. Like
or just the whole time. There's like a human bed just moving me around.
your feet never touch the floor for the whole scene.
I like all of this. I like all of this.
Ridiculous.
Pillow Queen.
Well, and the best part, you could do like joke BTS of like you at Crafty and the dude's still carrying you.
Yeah. Feeding me, putting it into my mouth. Yeah.
I want grapes.
Yeah. I need 7 peeled grapes. Yeah.
It'd be hilarious.
I'm for this. We should go on GoDaddy right now and buy pillowqueen.com.
Let's see.
See if it's available.
See.
She's not even a princess. She's the queen of doing nothing. This is, you know what they'll just be good for as I age.
Oh, it's available.
Like when my hips and knees go bad, this way I can still perform. I could be like hella old being the Pillow Queen. I could be, this is it. This is my future. I don't need to do GILF porn now because I have pillowqueen.com.
Yeah, no, the domain's available. I'm not going to buy it because it would take me 90 days to transfer it to you.
Okay.
But it's available on GoDaddy right now.
Yeah, Pillow Queen.
This won't be out for long enough.
Yeah, today from my car, pillowqueen.com. How has no one bought that yet? I
don't know.
I mean, by the time this episode comes out, it'll be mine, of course. But wow. Is pillowprincess.com taken? I don't want it, but
It might be because I used too many L's. Oh, yep. God damn it. I put too many L's.
Too many L's.
It's $3,500 if you want actual Pillow Queen.
It makes sense. Now go to pillowqueen.com. I want to see what kind of site this is. Is it as good as our idea?
Oh, let's take a look.
Who are these Pillow Queens that have jacked our idea before we had it?
It's just someone holding it. So that's why it's $3,500. They have it up for auction.
Boo.
Thepillowqueen.com is owned, but no one's auctioning it.
Okay. I'm a Pillow Queen. Pillow Empress.
Cherie the Pillow Queen.
Cherie the Pillow Queen. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's available.
Still available though.
Yeah.
Cherie the Pillow Queen. It's tempting.
Yeah.
I wish the Pillow Queen was available. I'm so gutted.
I'm trying to think what else.
Still not over it.
Oh, I mean,
My hopes were so high.
sorry, my typo.
The rocks.
My typo of one extra L.
Pillow.
Pillow Queen. Okay. Let's see.
Tommy text you back?
He did not. That bastard.
It's me. It's me.
This one's a mouthful, but
Cherie Deville is the pillowqueen.com.
no. Her Pillow Majesty.
Her pillow. That's intriguing. Intriguing. Still, the Pillow Queen had such a nice ring.
I know. I mean, Pillow Queen, like,
gosh darn it.
well, we can do like a funky.
I'm still going to make a scene.
Oh, for sure.
Still making a Pillow Queen scene because that's in my head now.
I mean, you can get pillowqueen.us.
.us. That's
All right.
not like .gov.
No, it's just doesn't. It's a US site.
I didn't know that existed.
Mm-hmm.
.us. Okay.
It's only $5.
It's only $5.
I mean, you could always get. I mean, it's bad for posting it anywhere, but pillowqueen.xxx is $170 a year.
Why is it $170 a year?
.adult.xxx are
Oh, they
expensive
just automatically are more expensive. Yeah.
because they know.
They know what's up. They know what's up.
But yeah, it's $170 a year for pillowqueen.xxx.
Let's see how the Pillow Queen scene does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Before you make it a whole series.
Marketable this is. If it just crashes and burns, then I don't think it would though. I feel like it's like my doppelganger, like the antithesis of the me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just bratty, mean, and
Yeah. Like
and lazy, bratty, and mean.
Lazy, bratty, and mean. Everything that Cherie Deville isn't. Maybe I need like a new stage name for this Pillow Queen. A lot of brainstorming to be done.
Definitely need a wig. Different hair.
Yeah. Should I be like, what's the meanest hair color?
Well, like a platinum blonde, maybe.
Yeah, like blonde.
Yeah.
I used to be blonde, but not like that blonde.
No, like almost silver blonde. Like,
yeah. Ooh, gray. Just go full gray.
oh, just like, yeah, oh yeah, I am a queen.
Do old makeup.
Maybe not for the first one.
Maybe not for the. Okay, it's fine. I went too far. I went too far.
No, I don't think you went too far. I'm just saying, I feel like your fan base likes you the age you are right now.
Yeah. It's a mood.
Like
I
artificial.
don't need like the saggy prosthetic boobies yet.
Correct. Tommy Pistol just texted back.
Ooh.
He responded with done exclamation point.
Text me, Tommy. He knows this about me. This isn't even news to him.
I said, she says on air, text her.
Yeah. He knows how I feel about puppets.
Yeah, like,
Will you be an extra in the puppet movie?
sure.
See? Good.
I will bring my AVA and nominated ass.
Yes. Yes.
And so, my one other claim to fame is, my best non-sex performance
Yes.
nomination from 18. So
Yeah.
I will have.
What movie was that in?
Jews love black cock.
Jews love black cock.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Joanna Angel?
Oh, of course it is.
Of course it is. I didn't even know. Like, I didn't have to ask. I had not heard of the movie, but immediately that had Joanna written all over it. I love Joanna.
Speaking of Tommy Pistol, the only reason I got the role is because Tommy's not a Jew. She wanted to cast anyone in a Jewish role as actual Jews in any of the Jewish roles.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, so Tommy not being Jewish is the only reason I got the job.
So Tommy's not Jewish, but he's in the movie.
No, he's not in that movie. No.
Okay. So it was going to be Tommy, but they found out he wasn't Jewish.
No. I mean, she knows he's not Jewish.
He's not Jewish. Okay.
But it would have been an easy Tommy Pistol cast as the rabbi if...
It would have been. Who was the rabbi?
Me.
So you were the rabbi. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Hell fucking yes.
Yeah.
Hell fucking yes.
It's basically a porno
Were you, like, giving like advice to the Jewish people as the rabbi? What was your what were some of your lines?
Well, it's basically Fiddler on the Roof as a porn.
I've never seen Fiddler on the Roof.
Well, all the girls in it are my daughters, and like Joanna's playing a matchmaker.
Oh, so you're a rabbi with a bunch of daughters, and you want Joanna the matchmaker to match them up with good quality Jewish boys.
I think I was cool with them being matched up with,
Not with non-Jews, a rabbi. I don't know. The storyline's falling apart for me. No, just kidding. Just kidding, Joanna.
I only had like one scene in the whole movie, but it was
good.
It was fun.
Still very good.
Still nominated in 2018 for best on sex performance, and that's the year I went up on stage dressed as a rabbi.
That's amazing.
You've never seen that footage?
I was probably there, but I don't recall.
Yeah, 2018.
I was there for sure.
At the award show, you were definitely there.
Yeah, I was definitely there.
You
was
definitely
during my tenure.
Okay. You definitely watched me bomb in front of the whole industry. It was
No, but we might not have been like friends yet, so maybe I didn't like. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much going on, and then it didn't stick for some reason. What do you mean bomb? I doubt.
I bombed. I bombed.
No, I don't think so.
100%. It was the weirdest bombing ever, but I bombed.
What'd you do?
Well, they announced us winning best comedy.
That's great.
And I went up on stage expecting to stand up there with the rest of the cast.
Yes.
No one else went on stage.
Why?
I don't know.
Were they like, did they like all go take like a piss together? What happened?
I don't know.
Like Joanna didn't go up on?
She eventually did. She was all the way in the back. I was third row center.
Yeah.
And I said
you got up there first.
I was saying to give it a standing ovation. Diesel goes, dude, you're in this movie. Go up.
Of course you need to go up. Yeah.
I go up. In my mind, I would calmly walk to the stage. The footage from Showtime shows that I ran on stage dressed as a fucking rabbi.
But like, once you're out of your seat, you do have to kind of hustle up onto the stage. Otherwise you look weird. Like, why are you going so slowly?
Yeah, no, I hustled onto the stage. They hand me the trophy. No one else comes up. And Abella Danger, who's in the movie, is in the front row, and I'm staring daggers at Abella as I'm just diarrheaing into the fucking microphone.
And she didn't come up either. But everyone's probably waiting for Joanna. You know what I mean? Like, because once you went up, they're probably just like, well, where's Joanna?
Well, I even said into the mic at the end of my like bullshit, like, where the fuck's Joanna Angel?
Where's Joanna Angel?
She eventually makes up. Joanna gives a real speech. We go backstage. Joanna was a little pissed off at me at the time.
Why?
Because I feel like she felt like I stole her thunder in the moment. She was cool. Like,
oh, later on. Yeah.
48 hours later.
Yeah.
She was cool. Like, I ran into her on Sunday and she's just like, I saw the footage. It's actually pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. Plus, you were honestly trying to just kill time.
Oh, no.
Like, what else were you going to do?
I planned to go on stage and stand in the background with the rest of the cast. Because
as we've all done, you know, when like some project you were like a smaller player in, you're just like, you're there and you're like, hey, guys.
And also like action and every other like main category, the whole cast went on stage.
They always all go on stage.
Right. It's just me. When they handed me the trophy, I'm like,
Feels like they were punking you. Were they punking you?
I don't know. But like, literally, as I'm just like, shalom, Avian, we won. I'm staring at Abella. Like, why are you
up on stage?
You fucked in this movie. Why are you not up here? Why?
Yeah.
Jennifer White, I know you're here somewhere. Why are you?
Help me.
Why are you not on stage?
Yeah.
I was planning to stand in the background and just sit there.
Just be coolly dressed as the rabbi. Yes. Right. And that would have been such a mood to just randomly have a rabbi on stage while like Joanna gave a speech.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead, it's me standing behind Joanna as she gives a speech. But thankfully, Showtime cut the fuck around me.
Oh, like zoomed in on her?
Well, so on the Showtime, like that was the first year AVN was live, streamed live. So a bunch of people saw me.
For real.
Yeah. Like Burning Angel's PR or social media girl texted me like, what the fuck was that?
Right. But I mean, they should have been on stage faster.
Well, it wasn't a what the fuck was that in a angry tone. It was a what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
So my friends are like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah.
But on the Showtime rebroadcast, they show me running up to stage. And then it cuts to Joanna coming to the stage, me handing her the trophy, her speech.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny then. That turned out really good.
Oh, yeah. No. In post, I was terrified when it came out. I'm just like, I don't want to relive this. Yeah. So I did not say anything of note. And it was such a weird bombing because it's like, I'm just like diarrheaing into the mic, staring at Abella.
Right, just hoping that someone will come save you. Because also what else were you supposed to do? The alternative is to just stand there quietly.
Right, stand there with a trophy like.
Which is weirder.
Right.
So there's once no one is like coming up on stage with you, like it's not your fault, but you were kind of like fucked.
Yeah, I just kind of ran with it.
Right.
And as the other reason it was such a weird bombing is a bunch of my friends are giving me standing ovations as I'm just diarrhea.
Everyone's so excited because they're your friend.
Yeah.
They're like, he's on stage.
Like, fucking Slayer, yes!
Exactly.
It's just like, this is so weird. Like, because I'm like, I have nothing prepared for this.
No.
I wasn't planning to give an acceptance speech.
We're 100% sure it would win and you would win. You still weren't prepared to be the one giving the speech.
Right.
Yeah.
And the irony of that was, I was doing this live from AVN all weekend.
Yeah.
And it was the last year I did this at AVN up until 22 because you only get people for like 10 minutes tops. So like,
yeah, it's a short.
For what I was doing for content that year was like asking people what their acceptance speech was if they won.
And then you put them all together and it's a good amount for a whole podcast. Right. Yeah, like you rove the floor and make 1 or 2 podcasts.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just like, so you're up for this. What's your acceptance speech? Like just, I put everyone and their mother on the spot about their acceptance speech all year, all week, and then didn't have one myself.
But you weren't supposed to. I always have like a vague idea, but I've never written an acceptance speech because that feels, I don't know, like vain. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh my God.
To like write and then practice an acceptance speech, whether you get it or not, it's just like the whole mood. I just can't get behind. I can't get behind the mood of it. So then on the few times that I have one, my speeches aren't great because I didn't write one. So it's a double-edged sword, I guess.
I think you should practice it. I think you have enough wins under your belt at this point that like there's a decent likelihood of you winning.
But even saying that feels so like cringy almost.
Oh my God. I mean? You're being rewarded for all your fucking hard work.
No, I'm honored and I love it and it's amazing. But like, especially like in the MILF category, like it's just icons. Like the whole list of nominees are fucking icons to me. You know what I mean? It's not like a lot of the other newer categories where you kind of have a feeling who's really shown that year. You know what I mean? The MILFs are just all out here like working their fucking asses off, figuratively and literally.
I'm just saying, you shouldn't be surprised.
Well, I'll still never write a speech.
Well, if the Pillow Queen takes off.
If the Pillow Queen takes off, I'll write a speech.
You have to write a speech and have someone carry you to stage.
Yes. Yeah, agree. And then hand my speech to them while I like judgingly watch them say it.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
It would be amazing.
That would-
Because like I'm not gonna like use my vocal cords and my energy to say my own speech. As the Pillow Queen wouldn't do that.
No, that would be amazing. Like someone carries you up to stage, another person comes out and like pulls the speech out of their pocket.
Yes, yes.
As you just sit there.
Yes, judgingly watch them. That's the mood. That's her mood.
Yeah.
It's the new me. No more reverse cowgirl for 10 minutes. No.
No.
I'm the Pillow Queen now. I can skip leg day every day.
It'll be your Chris Gaines to your Garth Brooks.
This is me now.
Yeah. Oh, I would
My
pay.
career just got so easy. Everybody.
I would pay so much money to watch that acceptance speech. Like that would just be utterly amazing. Just like because you got to like whoever carries you to stage has to be like some really jacked dude, like in like a Chippendale type outfit, like a bow tie. Just
Yes, with like gold panties.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Of course they do. Of course they do. They've also been used several times as a stud in my pony play experiments.
oh my god! And then just I don't know who the right visual person to read your speech is.
Ooh. I mean, that's a good one. Like let's see how big it should be someone that's like way more famous than me. Like a Johnny Sins. Like someone who absolutely should not be giving anyone else's speech. Do you know what I mean? Like an icon. Like a Johnny, a Kieran, a Danny Daniel.
Have Danny do it because that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, someone who's like so far above me that it's like comical that they'd even be playing the role, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Well, and just having Danny do it, like you two have such good chemistry too. So
she's so funny. I did I had like that big like wrestling party for my partner, and she dressed up as him, and then we went into the ring with an improv like wrestling match thing.
So good.
I had such a good time.
That party was so amazing. Like
it was a good party, right? I had a good time.
As I've said on air without you here, like no notes.
No notes.
No notes. Like that party was amazing.
I think like a bunch of the wrestlers might have been like on meth.
Whatevs.
But it worked.
It worked.
It really worked.
They put on a good performance.
They put on a good fucking show. Yeah. They put on a well-rehearsed show. I really enjoyed that. I did not know exactly what I was purchasing, but I was really happy with the result.
As I said multiple times, no notes. Like, holy fuck. I mean, I'm sure your partner knows that you love him, but like if his love language is like just signs of affection or what, like
acts of service.
Yeah, acts of service. I like that was just and like our friends at Lost Property fucking bartending.
Yes, and they did it up too.
Oh yeah.
He made, I gave the suggestions for the names and stuff, but he made those beautiful little like drink flyers without even me asking. Like he went above and beyond.
Oh no, Rhino's the best.
Yeah.
Rhino's absolutely the best.
Yeah.
So you had the amazing cocktails. Mm-hmm. The fucking food spread was great.
Oh, Carla did it up. Carla Lane is also a caterer.
Nice.
And she has a Farm Girl Catering, and it's so good.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. Like, it's not just because we're friends. Like, if I had found her online, I would have just hired. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's, really good.
Absolutely no notes. Like, it was just.
Like, she did that, but usually she does stuff for, like, art museums. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not her normal gig.
Everything was great. Like, everything was just on point. Everyone's costumes were on point. Like, it was such a good time.
The other thing, like, the guests did it, too. Yeah. Like, the guests came prepared. Like most people dressed up, which I love.
I was one of the few who didn't. And I was
that's
like,
okay.
When we were like, Matt, what's your costume? I'm like, I'm a wrestling fan.
Yeah, why not?
I'm like, in retrospect, I should have stopped and gotten like a sign, so I could have held up like a sign during the matches, like as fans do it, like Raw and shit.
No, yeah, that would have been funny. And I also had, but I ended up putting it kind of like in the back room because I really liked the venue. But I kind of organized it poorly in hindsight. I had the step and repeat in the back room and the whole wardrobe rack with all the extra costumes for anyone who like didn't bring one that just wanted.
Oh, I didn't know that was back there.
Right, but I don't think anyone did. Because I feel like there would have been people who would have just grabbed like even like an accessory or something, but it wasn't well placed.
Yeah,
it wasn't well placed.
You know what? I would have never known, and I still have no notes. absolutely no notes on the party. Like,
I don't know if I can say this online. If you have to cut it out, I get it. So, I had the open bar and I also brought weed and shrooms to the party. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I talked about doing shrooms here on here.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that was the one thing. I found out late. They're like, oh, yeah, all the shrooms are gone. I'm like,
Well, you know why they were gone? So I had 3 little containers with, I don't know, 30 pills in each from a dispensary. And then one of my family members grows them. And so I had a big jar of real ones, like stems and caps and stuff. It's not even surprising. My friend from Boston, so Bostonian, first, one of my friends comes up to me and she goes, your friend just unscrewed the cap of mushrooms. I just wanted you to know, and just kind of tipped 80% of them into his mouth. And she hands me the rest. She's like, I stole this from him because I was concerned that he was going to eat them all, for his sake, because this is already, I don't know, 30, 40 caps, and that number of stems have already been consumed by my friend. This is a hero's dose,
right?
Of mushrooms.
That is a not being out in public dose of mushrooms.
No, but he was fine. He was at the party. He was fine. And then I hid the shrooms in my stuff, deep down in my stuff. And he was staying with us, so we were driving him home. And I'm I forgot about it. I'm going through my stuff, looking for something. When we wrap it up, he somehow, on that many mushrooms, spies the bottle with the rest of the mushrooms, fucking eats them, Matt. He ate them all. He ate one of those Bell jars. You know, the Bell jars with the cap, this big, stuffed full of mostly dehydrated mushrooms. He ate them all. And then he went back to my house and had to babysit him for hours. It's like a grown man. Now he's in my pool. Now he's doing this. Now he's doing that. It's oh my God. It was fun though. And then it was cute though, because you know how people on mushrooms get really emotional?
Yeah.
So he was and it's honest when someone is that high. He's like, I love you guys so much. And I love how much you love each other. And now he's crying. And I'm like, you know what? This is kind of sweet. And I don't think I could have gotten my hard ass punk rock Bostonian friends to say this really sweet stuff about our relationship. So worth it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll deal with some denial of mushrooms for that.
Yeah.
No,
cute.
Absolutely no notes. It's just being there, just the love in the room for your partner first and foremost. But it's just taking a step back and the amount of effort Cherie put into this for her partner is unreal.
But I love to organize.
Well, for sure.
So to me, it wasn't as much effort as it could have been, because it's just such a pleasure to put something together. But yeah,
for sure. But no matter if you enjoy it or not, there's still a lot of effort that went into that.
A lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, there's a ton of moving parts in that. And it's just no expense was spared.
No, I just wanted to do it. I even got a handmade, legit looking belt. I don't. Yeah, we did it all.
Yeah, no, it was just there was a ring. It was
a ring.
I was just holy shit! This is. I would never let go of someone who put in a quarter of this effort.
You're never getting away from me.
A quarter of this effort. I have seen weddings with less planning.
Yes.
I've attended weddings that definitely had less moving parts than that party.
That was fun.
And you performed for him too.
Yeah, that was, and that's funny because so Danny Daniels and I had vaguely been and yeah, we're totally going to get in the ring and we're going to blah, 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 whatever. But we had made no plan. And then, we had both been drinking. And so I go to her, I think we should do it now. I think now is a good time for our performance. And she's like, I'm 5 whiskeys in, Cherie. I can't go in the ring now. And I go, well, you better sober up fast. I just ran off giggling to the ring. And she's like, oh no. But it worked out great.
That's amazing. That's fucking amazing.
I'm well, figure it out.
And you guys did.
We did.
Successfully. Absolutely. I left that party God damn, that was just such a amazing fucking party. It was
I'm glad you had fun.
Oh, it was a blast. Like,
Good.
well curated guest list. Everyone was super cool.
Yeah.
Like, ran into some people I haven't seen forever. Like,
Yes. We had some like, a mix of like his industry, my industry, like childhood friends, like just a really eclectic mix of people.
yeah, like me and one of the other old school performers who were there, just like, holy
everyone. And the only performers there for the most part were super like either retired or had been in like as long as we have.
Yeah. I was talking with Lexi Bell, and it was just like, I was bullshit about, she's like, we've been around too long. I'm like, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like,
yeah.
It's like,
love Lexi. And I should update her. I think Adam updated her recently. We still have her cat.
oh, really?
Yes. My cat Bella is originally Lexi's cat, but Bella fell in love. And now she's our cat.
Oh, shit.
She's old. Bella's like 16 now.
Oh, wow.
Hard to say though. I think the story goes that Lexi found her in a dumpster.
I mean, that seems very Lexi.
I know. She's such a good heart, especially for animals.
Oh, for sure. Also, a lot of people don't realize that, like, she was very punk rock in her youth.
Yes. Yeah, because, her adult screen persona is like blonde and cute and teen, and you know what I mean? But like she has a fun history. She has some music knowledge. She has, she's just like a really like kind and quirky and smart and like surprisingly well-rounded person.
And also a feisty individual at times.
Yes, but like in a fun way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I joke, she like legitimately kicked me in the head at like Exotic, an after party at Exotic Miami in like 2012. Like just
kicked you in the head.
Yeah, just like we were just like head kicked me. I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm being a dick.
There's like, what is that? It's like she is what that new trend on. It's probably not new. That trend on TikTok of like the fairy chaos something girl. What is that?
Manic Pixie.
Yeah, like, but she is that. Like, but like for real,
Yeah.
not like the stupid TikTok version. You know what I mean? Like she's like fun and creative and chaotic and like knows what she's doing and is just like out there doing it and not worried like if she looks one way or another. Like I'm going to live life and I'm going to have joy. And if I want to roller skate in my house before you come over, well, you're going to find me in roller skates. You know?
For sure.
Yeah.
And much like the mainstream Manic Pixie Dream Girls are like Zoe Deschanel and all that. It's like, oh, they're cute. They're Pamela. And no. These are very beautiful people in real life. Like,
yeah.
Like, have you ever seen pictures of Zoe Deschanel when she's not like, in the Manic Pixie Dream Girl outfits? It's just like, oh, no. Like, no. She's a very
stunning.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is just me, but I've always, who's her sister?
Oh, I don't know.
I think her and her sister are two of the most beautiful women. Yeah,
it's just.
They're big eyes. Yeah.
It's just a hilarious, like, male ego, like, oh, she's cute, she's quirky, she's obtainable. Like, no, dog. No.
Yeah.
No. Nope.
Probably, like, harder to, like, in terms of a long-term relationship. Like, you got to be a special person to be with a special person.
Oh, yeah. No.
You know?
I know, Lexi. That sounds exhausting. No offense, Lexi. It just sounds exhausting.
Like, you're not going to be some, like, boring, like, 9-to-5er and be able to, like, be enough for her.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Well, and that's got to be a rough place to be where, like, you have to have like, there's a certain level of confidence you have to be date a performer.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's another level of confidence you have to be where, like, oh, is this person going to get bored with me and is a performer?
Yeah.
Like, that's another tier.
Yeah, it is another tier. Or even just, like, you've been thrown from your, like, boring life into, like, it's 3 a.m. and they're waking you up for like sex and the fresh cookies they made. Do you know what I mean? Like they're just doing whatever they want at whatever time of day. Like
no one is waking me up at 3 a.m.
no one's waking me up at 3 a.m. I'm picking up cookies and dick. You know?
No one's waking me up at 3 a.m. I'm awake. Like just bother me with the cookies.
Just give me the cookies and suck my dick.
Right. Like, I will provide the dick. Thank you for the cookies. Like
yes.
We're already good. You don't have to wake me up. Trey, I hate to do it. I feel like we can keep going, but you got to be out of here in like 10 minutes. So.
Oh my God. I thought only like a half an hour had gone by.
No.
This happened last time too.
It does. It's how this goes.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it happened sober too. Believe it.
I know. Okay, bye then.
Well, no. We're going to call last call.
God.
We're going to call last call
Okay.
before you get out of here. Tell them where they can find you on the things, where they could hopefully find the Pillow Queen by the time this drops.
Everything. So I made my own little link tree, and it's CherieDeville.com. So no matter what's going on, no matter how many new websites like Pillow Queen I purchase, you will find them on CherieDeville.com.
Well, and as a little encouragement to have Cherie use Blue Sky a little bit more, you can also find her at CherieDeville.blueskyverified.social.
I am verified. I'm like one of the few lucky people to be verified on Blue Sky. But I think it's important because, we were talking about that before. For us performers, there's so many scammer accounts. And not only is that bad for our business, it's bad for our fans. So since Blue Sky doesn't have the check mark, I did do the Blue Sky verification so that my fans know they're talking to me, so they don't get scammed out of money. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Because as I've said to other people, it's big business to catfish you.
It's big business to catfish me, and people fall for it all the time.
It's worth for a potential scammer to spend even $50 for a similar domain to potentially make someone took one of your fans for like $20,000.
Oh, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And you'd think, because I'm now verified across all platforms, that's the way if it's me, I'm verified. If it's not verified, it's not me, period.
It's really that easy.
Yeah.
Well, sure, we'll do this again soon. Hopefully.
Thank you. Yes.
A point where we both could drink again and
yes.
not busy with other shit we got to get done.
Yes.
But until that point, drink up, motherfuckers.